In this video, I want to share with you a really cool energy hack that I learned from Michael Beckwith. I believe he called it energy shifting. And it's basically something that you can use when you have pain on your physical body, or when you want to change the energy around a condition or something in your life that you're currently experiencing. For example, if you're experiencing a lack and you want to experience abundance, if there's a certain way you feel or a certain belief you have about your business or your work or a relationship or whatever it is, you can use this energy transference technique to actually shift the energy. Because as you know, everything that you're experiencing is a projection of what you've got going on inside. So when we can change the energy, since everything in the universe is energy, when we change the energy on the inside, we can change the reflection that the universe is giving us on the outside. So I hope you love this technique as much as I did, and I'll share with you exactly how I used it. In case you don't know me and you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Kirsty Elizabeth. I help people awaken their true self and activate their hidden potential. So I learned this from Michael Beckwith when I did a course of his. And basically the idea is that we need to focus on our energy. So if we've got a part of our body that is aching and we've got a part of our body that isn't aching, the idea is that we really focus on the part that isn't aching and we are able to transfer it onto the part that is aching. So you imagine your body, say you've got a knee or an arm. I think he used this for, I can't remember whether it was his arm or his knee. I think it was quite possibly his knee. So he used it on his knee. So basically he'd either almost broken it or twisted it or done something to his knee. And so what he did was he just kept focusing on the other knee and feeling that energy and feeling what it felt like. And then he'd move his attention onto the knee that hurt. And then he'd just imagine replacing that with the energy of the knee that didn't hurt. So he'd be imagining how that knee that didn't hurt felt in the place where his attention was now, on, say, the left knee. So he'd just keep doing that and swapping it over and swapping it over. So going to the one that didn't hurt, really feeling into what that energy feels like. So his right knee, really feeling into that energy, understanding that energy, feeling it, knowing how it feels, getting familiar with that energy. And then moving over to the left knee, bringing that energy with him. So transferring that energy. So I'm sure he called it energy shifting. So he's now putting that, the same vibration, the same frequency energy onto his left knee. And then he just imagines that being covered with that same energy. So he's not accessing the part that hurts anymore. He's not tapping into that anymore. He's tapping into that energy that he felt on the right knee, but placing his focus on the left knee. So what was really fascinating was that shortly after I'd heard this, maybe even a couple of weeks after I heard this, I was walking my dog. I was maybe still about 8 to 10 minutes from my car. And I'm just walking along and out of nowhere, I tripped. It wasn't even a trip. My ankle, my left leg went over the left-hand side of my ankle. So it did something really bad. Like it went a way that it's never supposed to go. And it locked and it just went straight over. I was in so much pain. Honestly, I was crying my eyes out. I had my dog on a lead. I had another woman up in front of me, not sure whether to come past because I had a dog on a lead. And I just couldn't move. I had my foot my toe tiptoed in the air. I was panicking because it just went the wrong way. I was in so much pain. Tears were streaming down my face. And I'm just trying to get it together to walk, and so that I could go past the lady, walk back to the car, and try and get back to the car somehow. And so once I managed to calm myself down, which took a couple of minutes of shock and tears, once I calmed myself down, I did this technique. And it was unbelievable. So my foot was throbbing, it was hurting so much, I was in so much pain. And I was imagining that energy from the right ankle. How does that feel? What does that feel like? What is the familiarity around this? And it's interesting because now I'm telling you this story, I can feel the sensations of what that felt like in my left leg. It almost feels like my left ankle is swelling up just from mentioning this. I can feel the energy expanding around it as if it's swelling up. So isn't that interesting? That is the power of our mind and our focus. Like I got really into that and then I started feeling the sensations. I'm so glad that happened while I'm recording because this is exactly what I want you to do with yours. So I went into the right ankle and I was really feeling into it. And then I transferred it. And then, yep, that didn't work. It still hurts. Go back again. Transfer it over and over and over again. And then I just imagine as I start walking back to the car, I just imagine that energy of my right ankle on my left ankle and how I can walk perfectly and how I've got movement and everything. And I started walking normally to the car. I wasn't even hobbling, and I couldn't believe it. And it didn't hurt. And I was like, holy moly, what is going on? So I walked all the way back to the car, drove myself home, and then got back home, took my shoe off, and my ankle was out here. That thing hurt for 6 months. Like, I couldn't bend down. You know when you bend down and you've got your shins and your heels underneath your bum? I couldn't do that for 6 months. Like, I hadn't broken it. I definitely probably fractured it. I never actually went to the hospital. Probably should have done. But I figured I can walk, so I'm all right. But the pain did come back. Like, it was swollen, and as soon as I put frozen peas on it, the pain did come back. And of course, then I'd still continue to use that process. But it boggled me that I was able to do it in that situation like that. And it was just incredible. So the other things I do this for, it doesn't just have to be pain. You do it for everything in your life. So I've had things in business where, you know, I felt retracted, and maybe I feel like something's not working, and I have that really negative, maybe lack energy or controlling energy or attachment, or, you know, things that I know are going to be crippling whatever I'm doing in that area of a business at an energetic level. So what I do is I go into my mind, into the power of our mind, go into my imagination, and then I remind myself of me with the wish fulfilled. Who am I in this moment? I've got everything that I want, the businesses, whatever it is, and, you know, my dreams, my goals, my vision. I tap into that, and I tap into that energy that I'm feeling, and I tap into how I'm seeing that then from that point of view. And then I bring that energy back into the now. So I then bring it back in, and then I imagine myself, because we all have mental pictures or mental associations, subconscious associations of things in our mind, right? So for this particular thing, maybe I was seeing it represented in my mind as a computer screen showing me something particular. So if that was the case, I would then get that energy from my vision, from, you know, how amazing it feels and all the rest of it. And then I would just pour that energy over the visual representation I had of that problem, that issue, that challenge, whatever it was, so that I could basically break the energetic cords between me and this, which is keeping that outcome going in my life, and it's keeping reinforcing the old story, the old belief, and all the rest of it. So you just bring the energy over and just put it on there, because again, it's you're doing this to you, because it's us that's creating everything from inside. So the more we can manipulate and transmute and heal and change the energy in us through the representations we have of things, through the attachments we have to things, the stories, the beliefs, all these things. These are just really cool tools that you can use, that you can radically change anything in your life. Because if you change your energy that you have with something, that thing's going to change, right? If you, in the example of a business, if you are feeling fear or scared or, you know, resistant or angry or frustrated or like a failure, if that's the feeling towards a certain part of your business or your business as a whole, just staying with the business example, then how different are your actions going to be? How different is the world going to respond to you? How different are your customers going to respond to you? If you shift that energy for love and excitement and value and service, and just you're overflowing because you want to give, you want to share, you want to impact, you want to help people with your products or your services or whatever it is that you do, you've got the passion. How different is that energy? You can feel it, you can sense it as I'm saying these words, right? So when you're pouring that onto your business or the challenge or whatever it is, I'll figure it out, it's okay, it's just part of the process. How different an energy is that? The resistance is gone, which means you overcome it faster and you change the situation faster. So I hope those two massively different examples have helped you get an idea of how this technique works. Thank you, Michael Beckwith, for sharing it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you try it out. Let me know how you get on. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've got any stories that you want to share in the comments. We all love reading them. And if you want a free energy cheat sheet that shares with you 3 simple daily practices that you can combine into one routine every single day that you can do in 10 minutes or less, then sign up for my free energy cheat sheet. It has videos and step-by-step instructions of all of these things that you can be doing on a day-to-day basis to help you clear, cleanse and protect your energy so you can raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and live in alignment with the person that you want to be and the life that you want to experience. And of course, if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See you later.